You are less than a semester away from being a senior. Congratulations. We've got several things to talk about today. We'll be covering the timeline for registration, how to make changes to your course request card, the courses offered, dual credit, applications and approvals, athletics, band, and extracurriculars, early release, late arrival, and aid positions, and making sensible choices. On January 28th and 29th, counselors will meet you in the library with your English class to pick up your card. We're going to meet with every student and check their card over before you turn it in. So May 1st is the final deadline for any and all changes, and that's if room is available in the classes that you're wanting to change into. And this includes your core classes, electives, alternates, and pre-AP and AP level changes. If you don't turn in your card, we'll be happy to make your schedule for you. Just like last year's rule, there will be no changes after the May 1st deadline. The only time you can make a change after that is within the first 7 days of school, and the only types of classes that will be allowed to be changed are athletics, band, orchestra, choir, color guard, drill team, and ag tech. So those 7 classes in the first 7 days of school, nothing else. With Frisco ISD's May 1st deadline, you need to give a lot of thought to choosing your pre-AP and AP classes. After May 1st, you may not change your mind about moving up or down in levels. Once you choose those pre-AP and AP classes for next year, after May 1st, you're bound to that choice until the end of the first 6 weeks. On your card, you're signing off that you understand and will accept the policy. Think about the number of times you felt overwhelmed the past 2.5 years by having too much on your plate. Be smart about the choices you make for your last year of high school. There are resources available to help you make your course selections. On the LT website, you can click on the Counselor tab at the top of the page on the right-hand side, and then look for the tile that says Course Registration near the bottom. Click on it, and you'll find a link to the Academic Guide and Course Catalog, a link to the CAPE videos, LT's course videos, this presentation, and a one-pager that has all the application links. Let's look at your course request cards. The classes on your course card came from the choices you made in 8th grade or the ones that you recently updated in Career Planner. Below your printed classes, we've written in the courses that you have left that are required for graduation. If you want to make changes to your card, draw a single line through the class you want to drop and write in the new class in the column next to it labeled Change. There's also a third column to put in alternates for your electives. You must take at least 6 classes your senior year. Okay, now I want to show you an example of what a corrected course card looks like. Let's say that you've decided that you don't want to take AP English Literature anymore. You would draw a single line through that, and then in the changes column, you would write in English 4. And let's say that you've already had health, but you still need speech. You would draw a single line through health, and then in the changes column, you would write in speech. The last column is for alternates. So anywhere you have an elective, you'll write in an alternate. And as an example, for debate 2, I've written in dance 1 as the alternate. So it doesn't mean that just because we can't fit debate in, that our only choice is dance 1. Anything written as an alternate can be a replacement for any elective. We're asking that you write an alternate for every elective you've chosen so that we have plenty of choices in case your first electives don't work out. So you're going to make sure that you don't write anything in your alternate column that you wouldn't be thrilled to take just in case your choices don't work and we need backups. Remember that not all classes offered in the course catalog are offered here at LT. Flip your card over to see what options are available for you. Take a look at the online course catalog for course descriptions, fees, and prerequisites. You know, an asterisk next to a class means that it's a 1-semester class, so you've got to pair it with another semester class in order to make up a full year. Also remember that some classes have prerequisites or classes that you have to have prior in order to take that upper level class. For instance, you need Spanish 1 first in order to take Spanish 2. You must have medical terminology in order to take health science. You can find the prerequisites in the course catalog next to the course. There are a few things you need to know about classes at the Kate Center. They're in bold font on the back of your card. Transportation is provided to and from the Kate Center. Classes start earlier at the Kate Center and end later than Lebanon Trail classes. Many of the classes have applications and fees, and most have prerequisites. Also, a copy of the CAPE Pathways is located in the online course catalog if you need it. If you have any questions about a CAPE pathway or course, please make plans to attend the CAPE Open House on February 11th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Some classes are double blocked, which means they meet every day or are stacked on a single day. You'll find these are the ones that are shaded on the back of your card. This includes athletics, upper level K classes, and top band placements. They will count as 2 credits with the exception of athletics. Double block classes take up 2 boxes on your card. Some of you might be interested in dual credit next year. Seniors have lots of choices for dual credit next year, which are listed on the back of your card. If you're interested in dual credit, come to see us in the Counseling Center for information and paperwork. There are a few differences between dual credit and AP that you should be aware of. With dual credit, it costs money. You have to pay for tuition and books. It's taught by college staff. It impacts your college GPA, meaning that you're actually starting your college transcript and GPA while you're in high school. You get college credit if you pass, and it comes with a 5.5 GPA weight. Whereas AP is free, you get high school credit for it, but it comes with a fee for the AP exam. It's taught by high school staff. It's not calculated into your college GPA. You could get possible college credit if you score high enough on the test itself. It comes with a 6-point GPA weight, and it's actually preferred by highly selective colleges. So is dual credit right for you? Consider these. Do you have an AB average this year? Do you have transportation to and from Collin College? Do you have money for tuition and books? Do you have good attendance? And are your English and math skills good enough to pass the required placement exam? There are 3 possible times for you to take dual credit. One is 0 hour, which is between 7 and 8:15, before school where there's no impact on your high school schedule. Then there's a 1 to 2:15 class. Students who choose this must take 2 college classes and double early release unless you're returning for 4th period athletics. And then the last choice is between 3:15 and 4:30, and students leave after 3rd period and go to college class 4th period. Students who choose to take only 1 college class at this time must also take an early release to go with it. There are some classes that need applications or approvals. There are several classes at LT which require an application. If you're interested in TV Broadcast 2, TV Broadcast 3, and video technology, pick up an application from Mrs. Coleman in D255 or use the online link. Yearbook or newspaper, pick up an application from Mrs. Henvey in A135 or use the online link. If you're interested in ISM, scan the QR codes on flyers around school or go to LebonarTrailISM.org. If you're interested in ACTEC, pick up an application from Mr. Stewart in B215 or use the online link. If you'd like to be a library aide, pick up an application from Ms. Hill in the library or use the online link. If you'd like to be an office or counseling aide, pick up an application in the counseling office or use the online link. And finally, if you'd like to be in student council, use the online link or the QR code. A link to a 1-page document with all the applications can be found on the LTH Counselor website under Course Registration. Some classes just need a teacher approval or a signature next to the class on your card. That would be AP Art and Design, Theater Production, Theater 2 through 4, Technical Theater 1 through 4, Vocal Ensemble, Athletic Trainer, and Partners PE. The CATE Center classes listed on this slide need a completed application by February 7th. The application can be found on the CATE Center's website and is now open for you to get started. Take a look at the email I sent you January 7th for this list of classes. I'm not sure why, but some of you might want a late arrival, early release, or to be an aide. There are several good reasons for late arrival and early release. If you have a heavy class load and you could use some time to study, or if you have a job that you need to get to, or if you have family obligations that require that you help out at home. We're hoping that you're just not using this time to go home and watch Ellen. To get early release or late arrival, you must be in 11th or 12th grade, be good on credits, and provide your own transportation. If you want early release or late arrival every day, put it in 2 boxes. If you want it every other day, write it in 1 box. Remember though, you have to have 3 classes per day. 8 positions are available in 3 areas at Lebanon Trail: in the office, in the counseling center, and the library. If you fill out an application to be an aide, you need to make sure that you're willing to work without complaint and be responsible and trustworthy. There will be times where you can do homework, but that will not always be the case. Do not write aide on your course request card. Fill that spot with an elective, and then fill out the application, and if you're chosen as one of the aides, we'll make the change in your schedule. You might put a note next to the elective that you want to drop for aide, but other than that, just wait until we give you approval. Let's take a look at the courses listed on your card. Make sure you have all 4 core classes on your card. Remember that you have a math recommendation from your teacher that you should follow, and possibly one from your science teacher. Check to make sure you finished your mandatory electives. Do you have 2 years of world language? Do you have your year of PE, your semester of health, and your semester of speech, your year of technology, and your year of fine art? Let's go ahead and talk about athletics and band. You must double block athletics unless you've discussed it with your coach and he or she has signed off on it. If you're a multi-sport athlete, put the sport that comes first in the school year on your card, and counselors will move you to the next sport when it's time. Tryouts and cuts occur during the first couple of weeks of school, and keep in mind the athletic trainer is double blocked. If you're in band, put the band placement you're in this year, and we'll make adjustments in May after auditions if needed. If you're single blocking, use band master and the year that you'll be in next year. If you're double blocking, put band master in the year and instrumental ensemble in the year you'll be in next year. If you don't have these listed that way on your card, please do so now. For choir and orchestra, your card should read choir master and the year you'll be in next year, or if you're an orchestra, it should read orchestra master and the year you'll be in next year. Please change your card to reflect the master classes if it reads differently. FISD has started an opt-out program to encourage students to stay in athletics and fine arts classes. For 11th and 12th graders, a student can choose one fine art or one athletic class to drop from GPA calculations, as long as they were in the same fine art or athletic class all years preceding 11th and 12th grade. The benefit is that the student can take an on-level class in 11th or 12th grade without fear of it bringing down their GPA. Please watch for the opt-out email and listen for announcements about it in March. I know we touched on it earlier, but I want to talk about backup classes again. Alternates are used if your first choices don't work out. So you need alternate classes for your electives. So you're looking at the last column of your card on the front side. You're choosing your classes from the back of your cards by checking the prereqs. You're not choosing classes that require an application or a tryout or teacher approval. Just remember, if you don't put the backup classes, we'll choose your alternates and you won't be able to change them. It's called counselor's choice. In mid-April, we'll open up Hack again so you can take one last look at your classes before the May 1st deadline. So remember, core classes, elective classes, alternate classes, pre-AP and AP, this is your last chance before May 1st to make a change. So pre-AP and AP, just as a reminder, is a 6-week commitment. And the only thing that we're going to change, and this is after school starts, the first 7 days, will be athletics, band, choir, orchestra, color guard, drill team, and act deck. So there's no changes over the summer, even pre-AP and AP. With the district's policy of no changes after May 1st, keep in mind that when you choose a pre-AP or AP class, you may not change your mind over the summer to go to an on-level class. Give a lot of thought as to how much you can handle since you're going to be held to your choices. Please locate the area at the bottom of your card that talks about the due date for schedule changes, the pre-AP and AP May 1st deadline and 6 weeks commitment, and the chance to update your 4-year plan each spring. Read the statement and sign now. So what's next? Remember, cards are due next week on January 28th and 29th, when your English class will meet the counselors in the library and we'll go over each schedule with each individual student to make sure that you've got the right classes. If you don't have your card, your schedule equals counselor's choice. Be sure to get a parent signature on your card and take a picture of it before turning it in. One last thing you need to remember. In order to have a happy, healthy mind, you need to have balance in your life. Too many pre-AP and AP classes can cause you to lose sleep and become anxious. There's only so many hours in a day that you're not in school. You need to keep a balance between school and downtime in order to be able to function. Remember that colleges are looking for more than just grades. If you have questions, you can visit our lunch table by the counseling office or catch us in the hallway between classes, or sign up to see us in the counseling center or email us. Thanks for your attention today.